Hello, this is Anka Lavinia. I am so excited to be here with you today and share the three practices for you to connect to your feminine energy and to also become best friends with yourself. I am an emotional and energetical alchemist, an intuitive soulful astrologer, and I'm also a woman of the new earth. I am on this path for a lot of years now, and I do love supporting women like you to actually access and embody their ancestral wisdom. Why is this important? Because you, as a woman, hold such a potent frequency and such potent gifts that have been suppressed for millennia. In this way, you will be able to free yourself and to actually live a life where you own your soft power, you own who you truly are, not who you have been conditioned to believe you are, and not who society expects you to be, not even what you think you should be, but who you truly, really are. And this is a journey that needs uncovering and revealing and exploration in the depths of who you are in here. The feminine path is the path of descending into the body, is the path of descending into your emotions, into feeling, into your intuition. So today, what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with you three of my favorite, very simple and potent practices. So you do just that. Come closer into presence, into connection with yourself, your body, who you truly are, so that you feel more connected, more at peace, and live a life that is a bit more easier to digest, you know? All about myself and the work I do, other details, as well as where you can find me, is just below under this video in the details. And before we start, please make sure that if you resonate with what I'm going to share, you subscribe to this channel and you become part of this beautiful community that I host, Authentic Feminine. So let's dive in. The first practice that I really enjoy and that I actually do, I think every day now, it's become a reflex, is one very simple one that is called, I named it, Touch My Heart. So this is just a simple, beautiful moment that I invite you to take anytime during the day, when you wake up, in the middle of the day, on your lunch break, during the evening, or even when you sit somewhere, on a bench or in your car, in traffic. And what you can do is just have your hand, whichever you want, placed gently on your heart. Either the center of your chest, the energetical heart, or just on your heart, the physical one. However you feel, however you prefer, and however it's more appropriate for you. Place gently this hand here, and if you can close your eyes. If you're in traffic, of course, don't do that. And just start feeling into this touch. Feel this gentle touch. Breathe through your nose, deeply to your stomach, and release. And feel the gentle touch of your hand on your chest. This is a practice that helps you become more present here and now, and also it is a practice that will help you infuse more gentleness in your days. Why? Because we have been conditioned to always be so critical with ourselves, to always beat ourselves up, to always be so unsatisfied with ourselves. So one of the first things to relearn or to remember is actually gentleness. How can I be more gentle with myself? And this is a very simple practice that brings that into your life. Feel into the hand, and through the hand, feel the skin or whatever you're wearing. Feel the warmth touching your chest, infusing you. And as I said, if you can close your eyes, and I'm sure you can find one moment during the day where you can do this, become aware of the space of this touch and just notice how it feels for you. Notice how it feels for you. If it comes natural to you, you can start gently rubbing, circling this area, and just notice this beautiful sacred connection. If it's silence around you, that's even better, or if you're in nature, that's even better. And how you can enhance this practice is, for example, telling yourself while you touch your heart, your chest, and you feel into this, you're enough just as you are. You are doing the best you can. I'm here for you. It's all good. You can relax. Or either variation of all of these. Feel into what you need to hear at that specific moment. And instead of that critical voice that appears, I haven't done that, I haven't finished that, that is not okay. Try placing the hand on your chest and just telling yourself, you're enough. You're doing the best you can right now. I'm here with you. I'm supporting you. It's all okay. It's okay if you don't finish this now. You're still valuable. You're still precious. I still like you. If you don't feel like telling anything to you at that specific moment when you do the practice, that's also fine. Just take like a few seconds, a minute, to just place the hand, connect with this space, with this touch, with this soft touch in this present moment, and just allow any sensation to come up. Notice what's going on in your body when you touch yourself like this. And just allow. If it's tears in your eyes, allow it. If it's warmth, allow it. If it's a bit of sadness, allow it. If it's joy or peace, of course, allow it. This is such a great way for you to actually feel into your body. Stop from the craziness of the everyday for just a moment and bring yourself back to you. Do this for at least 20 days, 30 days, and then it'll become a simple routine that you can have in your toolbox forever. It's such a wonderful modality in any circumstance of your life to just, I'm here. You're enough. It's okay. It's all good. Breathe. And if this is something that you really like and it's something that resonates with you, you can also leave me a comment and let me know. And now let's see what's the next practice that I'm going to recommend you. And this one is a practice that has to do with emotions, because my specialty, my expertise is related to emotions and energy, is related to shadow work and life crisis, and this descend into the feminine world, the feminine mystery, which actually is just a descent into your body and into the feelings again. What we are taught to do during the childhood, during all of our life, is actually to not feel the uncomfortable emotions, to stay in our minds a lot, to think a lot, to be very logical and analytical. And this is how we become disconnected from our bodies. This is how we become disconnected from our sensitive side. This is how we become numb, because guess what? Once you turn the button, the volume down to any kind of emotion, you turn the volume down to all emotions. Maybe you didn't know that. Well, that's a fact. So, one of my goals and where my heart is when I work with women is reconnecting them, and showing them how beautiful it is to actually start feeling their feelings again, to actually start becoming friends with all the emotions, not only the good ones, not always just looking for the good, part of the day, just feeling happy and joyful and enthusiastic. What do? We keep repressing those emotions, those messengers actually, that activate some discomfort in us, and we are used to not liking that discomfort. We are used to avoiding that, to suppressing that. So this is what we do, and this is how we become, as I said, very disconnected from our inner world, from our inner voice, from our inner guidance. And we can also reach a state of illness because we do not listen. We keep those emotions under a lid. They get stuck into our energetical and physical body, and over time, they can become actual illnesses. So, what I'm inviting you is to take a few minutes every day, or you can start with like twice a week, for example. Use your intuition. There's no rules here in the feminine world. We act from our inner guidance. We learn how to trust what comes from within, and not to trust what others tell us all the time, not to trust the status quo. So take a few times a week, or maybe every day, a minute or two, and sit in silence. You can use the practice that I told you about before, the first one, and you can place the hand on your heart if you want, or even like hug yourself. And notice what's the feelings, the emotions, the sensations in your body. And whenever you find yourself feeling, for example, sadness, allow the sadness to be. Allow the sadness to pour through you. If that means tears, let the tears flow. If that means just feeling that sadness, feel it in your body. Let it wash away. Being present with that, embracing that sadness, breathing with that sadness. It won't kill you. You won't be stuck there forever. The sadness has a message for you. She arises from your depth to let you know that something in your world, in your choices, in your life is not aligned with your soul. So maybe while you feel that sadness, ask yourself, where is this coming from? When is this sadness, when it appeared? And listen to it. Listen to the message. If it's, for example, anger, one of the most common emotions we feel, it's okay that you feel anger. It's okay that you let the anger be expressed, not in that way where you blame and shout to the other one, but in that way where you can, for example, take a pillow and yell, scream in the pillow from the bottom of your lungs, or you can go out in nature and actually like scream it out, or you can use your hands, for example, and punch something, do not hurt yourself, punch something soft. You can channel that anger, but express it. Do not pretend it's not there, and try to not focus and, lash out. Because if that anger is from within you, is in your body, you feel it, it means it's your messenger as well. It's there for you as well. So allow the anger to be. Maybe also journal the anger out on a piece of paper, or create a piece of art. Dance it away, move it away, let the anger move your body, in ways that it wants to move you. And gently listening to the anger while you let it move your body, while you let it scream out, while you let it be and accept it and embrace it. What was it that triggered this anger, actually? What limits were there that were broken? How did I feel maybe disrespected? How did I feel invaded in a way? Where did I not say stop? I'm not okay with this, and I accepted that, and then the anger appeared. All kinds of emotions arise from us as we are human beings, and we as women feel so much. We have such a big range of emotions, and that is totally normal. We were taught to smile and just sit nicely and be this good, perfect little girl, and play this role throughout our lives, to not be opinionated, to not have a big voice, to not, disturb other people around us, to always please everybody else in our detriment. So, what I'm teaching you right now is that your emotions are valid, and your emotions are messengers, and your emotions are your friends, and they actually need to be seen, accepted, and a space to be able to flow in your body. Instead of always saying, no, I'm okay, or trying to distract yourself, all the time. I don't like this feeling. I'm going to do something else to distract myself. I'm going to do a positive affirmation. I'm going to just put a mantra quickly so I don't feel this feeling. And sometimes these feelings that arise from inside can be even deeper than that, can be grieving, for example, where you need to really cry and feel your heart it's tearing. That is also okay. That is an initiation into the beautiful dark feminine power. There's nothing to be afraid of. This is how you become your best friend, when you actually support yourself in feeling whatever you feel, in being however you are, instead of always, pretending or wanting to be in a certain way, in a way that it is accepted. One of my other missions, little missions in my bigger mission, is activate this disruptor inside of you, this rebel inside of you, this wild part of you. As the feminine energy, it's not just about dresses and lipstick and smiling and being a fairy. Feminine energy is also about chaos and rage, sacred rage. It's also about sadness. It's also about all this beautiful, complex manifestation and expression of who you truly are. So maybe from now on, this will be a practice for you, a very powerful practice for you to actually truly reconnect with your inner world, with the wisdom that lies in your emotions, in your body. This is a way in which you take back your power. You actually step into your power. You actually step into, this is who I am, this is what I'm feeling now, and this is okay. And you can blend the two practices, the one that I talked to you about before, the first one, with the second one, of course, whenever you want and however you feel it works for you. This is one of my most powerful teachings and one of my favorite practices ever, to actually allow and sit with my emotions. If it's an intense fear, I just sit with the fear. I make place, I make this room inside of me for the fear to exist. I place my hand on that level, or on that little place on my body where the fear is felt, usually maybe in the stomach area, in the abdomen. I place my hand there and I sit with that, and I breathe deeply with it. And I welcome the fear. And I sit there and I listen to it. Where did you come up from? What do you want to show me? What do you want to tell me? What do I need to know? What are you communicating to me right now? Why am I so afraid? What am I so afraid about? Even just a simple practice of recognizing, naming your emotions, those uncomfortable ones, and accepting them, it's enough. You don't even need to go deeper than this for the beginning. You can just have this little practice of, I feel the emotion, I let the emotion be, I recognize the emotion, I accept the emotion, I breathe with the emotion, I make space for it. And that's enough. And you'll see how beautifully you're going to be transformed with this practice over time. And of course, I'm here for you if you want to share how this practice goes for you and what transformations appear in your life while you're doing it. I know it's so, so, so potent. And now we can go further to our last practice. But before this, if you resonated with this video, with this material, with all the practices I shared, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and take a look below the video, see all the information about me and my work, and come closer. I have a community waiting for you, to share more and more closely. So the last one that I'm going to share with you, it's actually a question. It's a potent but simple question, as I am a woman, both very mystical and spiritual and magical, and at the same time, I really value practical things and little practices that you can put in your life, that you can integrate in your day-to-day life, so it's simple for you to create change. This question is a question that will allow you to take your power back from other people, from context. It will allow you to create stronger boundaries. Because we as women were taught to sacrifice ourselves a lot. And this created this disempowerment. And we say yes when actually we want to say no just because we do not want to upset the other person. Been there, I know how it feels. I'm still a recovering people pleaser, so I'm still as well practicing this next question that I'm going to share with you all the time, as it is so easy, to slip back into wanting to please everybody else and keep the peace and make nice and do not create tension in any context. So I then what? I just abandon myself, I reject myself, I do not honor what I actually want and need. So, this question is, what is it that I actually need or want in this moment? Whenever you get that call, for example, and you look at the phone and the phone is ringing and it's someone that you do not actually want to talk to, or you're not in the mood to talk, with no one on the phone at that time, ask this question before just answering the phone out of reflex. What do I actually need right now? Do I need to answer this phone? Do I get any pleasure? Do I want to do this? Or do I need to just like sit in silence with myself? Or do I need to actually finish what I was doing here? When someone asks you, please go with me in this place, or please help me with this thing, before giving an answer, take some time and, ask yourself, what do I actually need, want in this situation? Am I up to doing this thing? Do I want to spend this time and energy with this person in traffic or going somewhere or doing this? Or do I actually feel that I want to spend my afternoon, in bed, having a tea, reading a book? And yes, this is not selfish, my darling. This is not selfish. This is the beginning of self love. When you start creating boundaries with your time, with your energy, and starting to tell people, no, no, thank you. No, this is not something that I want to do right now. I can't at this moment. I'll let you know tomorrow. Please give me some time to think about it. This is another helpful question to the first one that I started practicing a while ago. Please give me some time, or just give me some time to think about it, and I'll come back with an answer. You take your time when you want to answer something to someone. Even if it's a day, a half a day, or 2 days, maybe you need that time. Instead of just jumping into and saying yes all the time, yes, 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 sure. And then you regret it, you become irritated, you become frustrated, you become stressed, you become exhausted. As you never actually prioritize what you need and what you want. So next time, when someone asks you something, when something arises, and your impulse is to immediately say yes, ask yourself, what do I really need now? What do I really want now? And this is how you start prioritizing yourself. And this is another step, as I said, towards self-love. Of course, self-love is a journey. It needs a lot of practice. It needs a lot of acceptance first. It needs a lot of gentleness and patience. There's so much unconditioning that we need to do. But I'm sure you can get there. And if you need someone to guide you, if you need someone to be there with you, holding your hand, showing you the way back into your power, I'm here for this job. I've got your back. I have more than 10 years experience guiding women like you to reconnect with their true self, with their inner guidance. So they feel empowered, they feel free in their lives. They do not have to live by the rules of others, but by their own heart. It has been a pleasure to be here with you and share all of these beautiful practices. Let me know in the comments which one is the one that you prefer, which one is the one that you resonated most with, and you're just gonna implement it starting in maybe just now, today. I am here for beautiful, potent, powerful medicine women like you, and this is my mission. See you soon. Hopefully, I'm gonna see you in my community, Whole Women. It's my Facebook group. And also, I'm gonna leave the details for joining my newsletter if you want to under this video. Kisses. Be gentle with yourself. It's one of the most precious gifts you can make to yourself.